Remember how you felt the first time you defeated Bowser, only to be told that your princess was in another castle? What about in the original Zelda when the old man in the cave gives you the sword? Some video game moments are just classic and can never be forgotten. I thought it would be fun to talk about my 5 favorite moments in video game history. As a warning, there will be spoilers in this video. However, most of these games are kind of old, so if you haven't played them by now, you probably aren't going to. Alright, let's jump into it. Number 5. The Dragon God. The plot of Chrono Cross can get a bit murky, like the waters of El Nido. One important element of the story are the dragons. There are 6 of them total, 7 if you count Harl. Yeah, Chrono Cross is kind of weird. The dragons were originally one organism called the Dragon God, but was divided by Fate, a supercomputer. The Dragon God hates humanity and sees it as an error due to Lavos' influence on evolution. Despite being under the control of Fate, the Dragon God retained its sentience and waited for the right set of circumstances so that the dragons could reunite and become the Dragon God once again. Number 4. Would You Kindly? In 2007, BioShock introduced us to Rapture, an underwater utopia for society's elite to flourish outside of government and morality. No gods or kings, only man. You play as Jack, a man who seemingly stumbles upon Rapture by accident after the plane he's on crashes in the Pacific Ocean. You are guided over radio by a man named Atlas who reveals to you that Rapture is not the utopia it appears to be and that its creator, Andrew Ryan, must be stopped. Once you reach Andrew Ryan, you find out a few shocking truths. You find out that you are Andrew Ryan's illegitimate son and that you were taken from your mother and hidden away from Rapture on the surface by a man named Frank Fontaine. Frank Fontaine was a businessman who had been at war with Andrew Ryan. You also find out that the man who has been guiding you over the radio, Atlas, is actually Frank Fontaine. And lastly, it is revealed that you have been doing Frank Fontaine's bidding thanks to hypnosis triggered by the phrase, "Would you kindly?" Anytime the phrase is used, Jack has to obey whatever follows. This twist is built up to and executed perfectly and is one of the best moments in video game history.
Obeys. You think you have memories. A farm, a family, an airplane, a crash, and then this place. Was there really a family? Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked, forced down, Forced down by something less than a man, something bred to sleepwalk through life until they are activated by a simple phrase spoken by their kindly master. Was a man sent to kill, or a slave? A man chooses. A slave obeys. Come in. Stop, would you kindly? Would you kindly? Powerful phrase. Familiar phrase.
Would you kindly? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find? Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch?
Sit, would you kindly? Stand, would you kindly? Run! Stop! Turn. A man chooses. A slave obeys. Kill! A man chooses. A slave obeys. Obey!
Hurry now! Grab Ryan's genetic key! Now would you kindly put it in that goddamn machine?
Number 3. A cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal. Metal Gear Solid was the first video game to really wow me with its presentation and voice acting. I love this game, and I think it could have been adapted into a pretty successful movie too. There are a lot of great moments in Metal Gear Solid, but the moment that stood out to me the most was the death of Gray Fox. Frank Yeager, codenamed Gray Fox, was the highest ranking member of Foxhound, but was defeated by Solid Snake in combat and left for dead. Gray Fox was subjected to intensive gene therapy and cybernetic surgery. He was fitted with a powered exoskeleton that granted him enhanced strength and agility. Now he only lived for the chance to fight Solid Snake again, believing it was the only way to find respite. Gray Fox had been secretly assisting Snake on this mission using the alias Deep Throat by providing him intel. Eventually, Gray Fox confronted Snake again and the two engaged in combat. Before one could emerge victorious, however, Gray Fox started experiencing painful spasms and electrical discharges from his body. He proclaimed that he was losing control and fled the battle. Fast forward to this point in the game, you are face to face with Metal Gear Rex being piloted by Liquid Snake. Metal Gear Rex is a giant mechanized weapon capable of launching a nuclear warhead at a target anywhere in the world. Solid Snake is battling the Metal Gear Rex prototype but is outmatched. It's at this moment that Gray Fox appears to help.
Nice try, Snake! Die!
Hurry! Get away! Gray Fox.
A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
So it is you.
You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I'm a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi.
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then, and couldn't bring myself to kill her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use Royal Harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
You destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're finished!
No! My other stinger!
Fox! Can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Foolish man! He prayed for death, and it found him. You see, you can't protect anyone, not even yourself.
Number 2. The Hero of Time. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is the greatest video game ever made. I can't find the words to describe the emotions I got playing it for the first time in 1998, but I imagine it's similar to holding your newborn child, except better. Probably the most iconic moment in the game, and in the franchise, is Link pulling the Master Sword from its pedestal inside the Temple of Time. You enter the temple after collecting the 3 medallions and obtaining the Ocarina of Time. Inside, young Link pulls the Master Sword from its pedestal. A flash of light occurs and Link awakens in the Sacred Realm with one of the 7 sages, Rauru. He explains that Link has been sealed away for 7 years after pulling the Master Sword because he was too young to wield it. In the last 7 years, Ganondorf was able to seize the Triforce and took control of Hyrule using its power. Number 1. The Last Ancient. Whether you love the game or you think it's overrated, you can't deny that Final Fantasy VII is one of the most important and influential games of all time. It popularized Japanese role-playing games outside of Japan and opened up the game console market for Western developers like BioWare. The death of Aerith is the standout moment for the game and what I consider to be perhaps the most important moment in video game history. The death of a main character in a video game had been done before, but Aerith's death seemed to resonate with the audience more than any that came before it. Maybe it's watching Aerith's body sink in the water, or having to immediately fight Jenova while the normal battle music is replaced with Aerith's theme song. Oh, and that theme, it's one of my favorite pieces of video game music. Aerith's death was pivotal in proving that video games could be a modern storytelling medium. Aerith will no longer talk, no longer laugh, or cry. So that was my 5 favorite moments in video game history. I'd love for you to leave a comment and let me know what your favorite moments in video game history are. I can't wait to read them. Also, if you like this video, please share it, subscribe to the channel. You can click the little icon at the bottom right of the video and just try to let everyone know about it. It really helps me out and I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Peace out.